Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wildcats offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, it's Ward. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So South Carolina's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around.
Oh, he's got some space. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to power their way ahead. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's loose. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter play. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on third down. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
South Carolina, 7, Kentucky, 0.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The corners are walked up tight. To throw, it's Ward. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll go to the ground. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. From the 49, they're going to spin that wheel of fortune and try it on fourth and long. Finds him out of the backfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. but because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Marches ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Howard ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it. Scores on the sneak.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man. It's Ward. He's got his man. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch it, big fella.
Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set.
Looking to throw on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Scrambling away. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They just keep firing. Working that left side now. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 8-yard. And on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Dropping back, it's Ward. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Oh, he's got a chance. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll send the back in motion. Motion from the wideout. Now from inside the red zone. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking for the score. Touchdown Gamecocks! Fitted in the window for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at second. And it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Scanning the field, it's Ward. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it. Lofts one high and deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Buys a little time with his feet. Right on the money. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
You got to give this offense a ton of credit because they've stepped up big in critical situations. That's the 3rd time in the game on 4th down. They get the first by running it.
Rush is on him. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
South Carolina, 35. Kentucky, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's Ward. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running. Throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to fire on second down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Dances away to buy time. Fires into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.